In this video, I'm not just sharing how to get money from men. I'm going to share with you specifically how to ask men for money, how to not ask men for money, how to tell if a man actually has money to spend, and subtle signs that he doesn't. There are 3 kinds of guy archetypes that I personally created for you to spot. Let's start off with the upfront penny pincher. He will tell you upfront he's struggling and he's looking for a 50-50 relationship. He'll start off the relationship telling you a burden of his. So you feel bad for him and he has an excuse for not stepping up in the way a man should when courting a woman. It is not your job to pave the way for mediocrity. If you're not mediocre and you don't like mediocrity, you don't want to live a mediocre life, then why the heck would you invite a mediocre man into it? He'll just mess it up. I get it that some girlies don't care, but for the girlies that do, for those of you who do care about the quality of your life, this one, the upfront penny pincher, will surely do a number on you if you're not cautious. Another sign of the upfront penny pincher is he specifically loves independent women. He'll have the audacity to ask you what you bring to the table as if it's your job to feed him when he's the one who invited you to his table to eat. Any woman that wants better for herself, that doesn't want to sacrifice herself to be in a relationship that expects for him to provide, is a gold digger to him. Because if his mama worked hard, he wants a woman who can hold it down just like her. Oblivious to the hardships and health risk of being required to hold it down long-term as a woman. He has no problem asking you to pay for a date or to buy him stuff because it was never modeled to him how to treat a lady. All that was modeled to him was the wrong ways to treat women. Another sign is he will look at you crazy if you want him to romance you outside of a holiday where he is socially pushed to, like Valentine's Day. He'll comment negatively on when you personally spoil yourself. He'll try to convince you to downsize and penny pinch with him as if you pouring into yourself in the ways that make you happy is a problem, because he wouldn't or at least couldn't do that for himself. And he'll pull out his calculator when the bill comes and look stressed the hell out to where you feel inclined to split the bill with him on a date. Usually men who don't have money to spend take giving a woman something way too personally. They got you a coffee and now they think you're talking. They gave you $20 and now they think they're gonna get lucky. So be careful with who you allow in your energy and who you allow to do favors for you if you don't want to end up in an awkward or dangerous situation. Next up is shit covered in glitter. These men will make a strong effort to express how much money they have and all the nice things that they have. They'll go out of their way to tell you how much they travel, brag about their car, brag about their business they have or are working on building still. They'll brag about the money they have, tell you if you ever need something to ask. But when you actually do ask, all of a sudden you're short or frustrated that you're actually asking him for stuff. They'll offer to fly you out. They'll say and promise you a lot of unnecessary shit as soon as they meet you. Not discreet about a dang thing. They'll come on strong, sharing with you all this glitz and glam that they have, all these things that they're capable of doing and they'd love to do for you because they just like you so much. You're letting you know that upon the first date, why not? It's because that's all they can do to get girls. Because underneath their facade, they're just shit covered in glitter. A man that seriously wants to date you isn't going to lead with that because he doesn't want to attract women who are just using him for his money. Another good way to spot the piece of covered in glitter is look at his friends. Look at who he hangs out with. Look at how he presents himself. Yeah, a lot of rich people dress casual, but if he looks bummy, if he looks dirty, if he's flamboyantly wearing nothing but designer just to scream how much money he has, you didn't even ask him. He's just going out of his way to tell you how much money he has. He probably doesn't have any. Any man who goes out of his way to show you he has a ton of money as soon as they meet you is trying to manipulate you so you are impressed enough to let him be intimate with you. And some guys just get a kick out of the way that you react, the way that you're responding to his facade. Some guys get a kick out of you treating them special, smiling extra hard, having longer conversations with them just because they gave you some narrative on how they're a big shot and how they're gonna do all these things for you. Oh, let me get you dinner, one of these days I'm gonna bring you food, or oh, I gotta take you out, one of these days I'm gonna take you to dinner. Like, oh my gosh, I was just thinking about, I actually almost got you a bouquet of flowers, but I didn't. Most times these men are looking to be chased by women who are interested in their fake ass. So don't even give a reaction to when men go out of their way to tell you that they have money, especially in the beginning. It's a little sus. One time this guy, he found a way to get my number and unrelated to being interested in me. We're just chatting and out of nowhere, I just met him. He randomly sends me his bank statements. He's like, can I trust you with something? I have this business and I have this money from the past of my past side hustle. I'd love to just help out because I'm such a good guy. And I was just sitting there like, what is going on? Like, we haven't even went on a date. We haven't had a real phone call even. He's telling me intimate secrets, opening up way too much. And swiftly after, this dude asked me what my bra size was. I told him off so quick. And no, he did not take any accountability. He pretended like it was okay. The lengths some men will go to get into the heaven between your legs are insidious. And what that does for me is shows me you're a piece of shit covered in glitter. You have no real game. You'd have no respect for women, and you've got to be a first-class loser if that's how you approach women. And oftentimes, these men will stay losers because when you deliberately mess with women and disrespect women like it's a sport, when you bite the hand that feeds you, you get bit back by Mother Nature. The cycle of karma always gets them in divine timing, but they will scheme their crusty lives away until they can't scheme no more, so be cautious. And then there's the conscious. You don't have to ask him for money. He offers it. He wants to see you happy, and what's his is yours if he really likes you. He's not trying to audition you and make you explain your worth to him because he already sees it. He knows the value of a good woman. He will tell if you need or want something before you even have to ask because he is that attentive and into you. He'll ask you your favorite flowers and actually get them for you. He'll actually invite you to plan dates. You don't have to ask him to treat you right. He was already raised right to know how to treat a lady. He's got money to spend, so he can afford to take you on nice dates and to nurture you in the ways that you'd like. Now, before I get into how to ask men for money and how to not ask men for money, there's another way to categorize men that is popularized, which is a trick, a treat, and a sponsor. A trick might buy you a designer bag, pay some of your bills, take you shopping, and can spoil you, while a treat is someone that will treat you here and there to things, but not as extravagantly as a trick will. They might take you on a thrifting spree, buy you new shoes for a date, pay for your nails, help you with a bill here and there once in a blue moon, but not consistently. And then there's a sponsor. He'll pay all of your bills. He'll buy you a new car. You don't have to worry about anything dating him. You're fully taken care of. The more you level up, the better you'll attract. First, know if he has any money. When you start talking to a guy, really examine him and focus on more of if you like him versus if he likes you. Ask him the important questions. That'll give you a hint at what type of man he is. Like, how was his relationship with his parents and what he does for work? You can Google the average salary of what he says he does for work in your state to get an idea of if he even has money to spare. If he only has one stream of income at a fast food restaurant, don't even bother asking him for much because he most likely doesn't even have enough for himself, yet alone for you too. If he has children, same applies. Most men under a certain age have every right to penny pinch. High schoolers, college students, men just stepping out of college, still building their career, are not who you should be expecting to pay your bills and to spoil you. Most men under a certain age, most people under a certain age are struggling to pay their own bills. If you desire a man that already has his life together, you probably won't be compatible with younger men. You might just be more compatible with men in their 40s and up, who already has a house, who already has a career, the car, the bills are taken care of, instead of asking you to come into his life to help chip in. Everyone's different. Whatever works for you, whatever your preference is, whatever you do, don't compromise your peace to be in a relationship unless it's greatly benefiting you. It's not fun to have your time wasted. I'll be damned if I waste it on mediocrity. Another tip for getting money from men is look attractive. At least look attractive when you're going to ask him. Looks are not everything, but we are visual creatures, and especially men. They know who is out of your league and who isn't. And sometimes it's not that men don't have any money to pour into you to help you out. It's just they don't want to give you any because they don't feel like you deserve it. If you look like you don't care about yourself, that's not going to inspire him to take care of you. It shows him you don't do much for yourself, so he doesn't have to do much for you either. Get him in a good mood. Wait till he's in a good mood. Look good, smell good, sound good. Use that seductive voice, and it can hypnotize a man. I want to share with you a few things that are actually a turn off to men with money and will repel them. Little mistakes that some of the girlies make that leave them not getting too far. Do not ask him for money the first 1 to 2 dates. You can hint at some things you like, but just flat out asking a man you just met to buy you stuff offends men just as much as when men ask women to have sex with them the first date. And you don't want to look like you're just dating him for his money if you're in it for the long haul. And you really shouldn't be just dating him for his money. These men aren't stupid. If they have money and they're actually looking for a partner, they'll spot the fakeness from a mile away. Money is just a factor, not the only factor you should be considering when dating. Don't flat out ask him for money at first. Give him an opportunity to offer. Use the power of suggestion. Casually tell him about the thing that's bothering you, the thing you're struggling with, and give him an opportunity to show you if he cares enough to help. Some men have money and still are stingy, so this gives you a chance to see if he's generous. Because if he's not generous, it doesn't matter how much money he has. Sometimes the best thing to do, depending on your dynamic, is to not even ask. Tell him. Instead of asking him what he's going to give you for your birthday, or if he's going to give you something for your birthday, hinting at how you want him to give you something for your birthday, tell him, I'm so excited to see what you'll give me for my birthday. You've already impressed me so much, I can only imagine. I can't wait. Instead of asking him to take you shopping, flirtatiously suggest, let's go shopping. Again, this will not work out for you if you're using these tactics on men who don't actually have it like that. Broke men, the men who are pretending to be rich when you're actually broke, actually get offended when you assume they'll spoil you in any way because they can't even spoil themselves. This might just ignite some hatred if they secretly want to be a female, if they secretly compare themselves to women and thinks that being a woman, especially an attractive woman, is all pixie dust and fairy tales. A little side note, you'll have better luck getting things from men before getting intimate with them because most men in the beginning phases of dating romance you to get you to the point of wanting to sleep with them. With every guy you date, have something in mind for him to take care of for you first. Don't give him what he wants until you get what you want. If he's not willing to be generous with you, why would you be generous to him with your body? A nice date and flowers is the bare minimum. See if he can consistently get you flowers. Can he consistently take you on a nice date? Will he offer to help you with your burdens? Is he a gift giver? Really take time to get to know his character and let him woo you out. Let him earn the keys to the heaven in between your legs. I'm not saying a man won't romance you after you sleep with him. I'm saying a lot of guys who are romancing you because they're really attracted to you and they're hoping to get lucky, like any guy is. Like, come on, let's be real. The guys who really want to take it to that level with you will do anything to woo you, to get you to that level. So don't make that easy when you can receive things that actually benefit you. Another tip is do not get too excited over gifts, money, and nice dates. Be appreciative, but don't act like you're new to this. You need to look like you're true to this because men value and look at how other men think of you. And if it's brought to their attention that other men, all the men of your past have treated you crappy, have given you lesser treatment than the way he's treating you, it'll make him ponder if you're worth the nice treatment he's giving you. Confessing how you haven't went on a nice date in years, how happy you are that he actually opened a car door for you, how no one has ever bought you flowers, just lowers your value in his eyes. It makes him question why. Did I get the wrong impression of her? I'm treating her like this. I thought every man treats her like this. What's wrong with her? Where that's what she's used to. Maybe she deserves it. Maybe there's something wrong with her. Yeah, some men will swoop in and show you how to properly be loved, but save the sad backstory for when you guys are already well established.
Oh my gosh, nobody never did anything like this before. Huh? Nobody never got me anything like this before.
Nobody ever bought you food before?
No.
I'm cooked.
You're cooked? What? I mean, honestly, you better than all my exes.
How many is it?
About 5.
Oh, crispy.
What?
Oh, crispy. What are you at?
Well, 2 is in jail, 3 of them paralyzed, so that's that.
5 is insane.
No one ever opened the door for me before.
God damn.
What?
What's next? They're gonna say,
I don't deserve you. I really like your Nissan Altima.
Thank you.
My last boyfriend, he had like a track Jeep or something like that.
A track hoe?
Yeah, that's what I think it was.
I'm balling. I'm falling off the bone.
Yeah, my other ex, he had like stars in the ceiling and stuff, but you know.
You about to see some fucking stars, ho.
That boy is fighting demons. Everything okay?
Don't say shit to me.
And that is all for this video. Make sure to give this video a like. Make sure to press that. You already know. May this video help you to get more for your time. And to those who don't get it, let me simplify it for you. You can date and expect nothing from men, feel bad for them, make excuses for them, help them pay for dates, enable their mediocrity and struggle while risking your body, safety, and well-being. Or you can date more selectively by only dating men who value your energy and your time, who instead of having their hand out, they actually put things in your hands because they don't have to pretend like they don't understand the value of a good woman. It's just logic.